Hello my friends. So you will have seen earlier in the week that I finally broke my book buying ban, which was a lot of fun. My husband and I went out and I was able to shop at thrift stores again and it was just lovely. So I'm going to show you the result of me breaking the ban. So I have a handful of books here, maybe 2 handfuls, and yeah, I'm just going to share them with you now. I got 2 Christmas children's picture books, so The Polar Express and Holly Claus the Christmas Princess. This one I picked up because there is a full-length novel called The Legend of Holly Claus by Brittany Ryan, and I had seen it at the thrift store one year and I just decided not to buy it because I hadn't heard about it before, and then I went ahead and I borrowed it from the library. And then I read it, and then I liked it, and then I wish I had gone back and bought it, but of course it was gone by then. So I have the picture book version. So yeah, this will be fun to kind of look through and I guess remember the story. Really beautiful illustrations, so that'll be fun. A couple more picture books. I got A Color of His Own by Leo Leone. This is for my childhood reads in May because I read a lot of Leo Leone when I was in elementary, as well as Circus Berserkus. Do you guys ever get that when you're shopping at the thrift store for books? Or maybe toys, and you come across something that instantly triggers a childhood memory that you had forgotten up until that point? This book. I had not thought about this book in my teenage or adult life. And then when I saw it at the thrift store, I was like, this is from my childhood. I kind of really like that feeling. It's a kind of a neat feeling, so I got that one. I found Brink of Death by Brandilyn Collins. This is a Hidden Faces series. I have a few of her books, but I haven't tried her yet, so I'll look forward to trying her. And I found The Muse by Jessie Burton. Jessie Burton wrote The Miniaturist, and I did try that book this year or last year, but I DNF'd it. So, I mean, I don't have 100% hope in this working out for me, but the cover was just so stunning, and I did like a lot of what The Miniaturist had to offer, so maybe this book will be everything I wanted that book to be. Cross your fingers. False Witness by Randy Singer. I also have a couple Randy Singer that I have never read yet, so that will add to that collection. I got Dawn's Light by Terry Blackstock. I think I'll only have one from this series, but now I have another one and I haven't read it yet. But then I found Dark Moon by Alton Gansky. Again, Alton Gansky. I have a few of his books, but I haven't read him yet. This book looked like, just the cover is so simplistic that it just kind of spoke to me, so we will see. Then I have In the Shadow of Evil by Robin Carroll. I have another one by Robin Carroll that I haven't read yet, but it is blurbed by Terry Blackstock and Colleen Coble and Tosca Lee, so we'll see how this one goes. Another Robin Carroll, Strand of Deception, A Justice Seeker. Okay, these are different series. This is a Justice Seeker's novel. Another Robin Carroll, another Justice Seeker's novel, so Injustice for All. It's always nice when you can find multiple books from the same series at the thrift store. This is a random one. Okay, Garden Mania, the Ardent Gardener's Compendium of Design and Decoration. First of all, I just like this book. I like the way it looks. I like the illustrations inside. I don't know if I will just keep it as a cool, I don't know, like coffee table-esque kind of book, because I just like the way it looks, or if I'll cut it up into my collage hobby. I'm unsure yet, but I really like the way that this book just looks. I like it. Then I've got The Lightkeeper's Ball by Colleen Coble, a Mercy Falls novel. I haven't read any of this series yet, and Colleen Coble is a hit or miss author for me, so we'll see. I found Finding Alice by Melody Carlson. Melody Carlson is a Christian contemporary author. I've never actually read her books, even though she's been writing for years. Like, when I was young, I remember her books being around, but I just never read her book. I'm not really sure why, But the reason why this one intrigued me was because, first of all, Alice, I was like, ooh, Alice playing cards, is this Alice in Wonderland? Indeed it is. Sliding into the rabbit hole, would she ever return? Okay, so that had me hooked, and then I was like, I'm just gonna read a little bit more. And you guys know, I never read the back. So I did read a little bit of the back, and it has to do with her having schizophrenia. And I find that I'm hoping, I don't know what the content of this book is, but I'm hoping that this will show mental illness from a Christian perspective in a really healing way, in a really, not like a doom and gloom and I don't know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not sure, but I'm looking forward to seeing what this book has to say. My husband's cousin dropped off a bunch of books for the CF book sale, and she said I could just grab whatever I wanted from there for my own collection. So I did grab two. Thunder of Heaven from Ted Dekker. This is the Martyr Song series. I have not read that series yet. And then Emmanuel's Veins, also by Ted Dekker. This is a really cool cover. Yeah, I haven't read either of those Ted Dekker books, so we'll see how that goes. This is a bit outside of my bubble of books that I'm interested in. This is called The Girl with Seven Names by, I don't know how to say this, but there are two books out there recording the life of a woman escaping from North Korea. I believe there are two different women, so they're two different stories, I think. And this is one that had been on my radar for a while. So it is, as far as I know, it is not a Christian perspective, but it is about this girl's life in North Korea and escaping North Korea. So I'm very interested to read her story, which says something because I don't like biographies. So that one has been on my radar for a few years already. I found 84 Charing Cross Road. This one has also been on my TBR for many years. I'm curious to try it out. And then I found another book in the Kingdom series by Chuck Black. I have the first one, now I have the third one. Also in that vlog, you will have seen that I picked up The Gigantic Beard That Was Evil by Stephen Collins. This is a black and white graphic novel, and I have also been curious to try this one since I heard about it. I also finally found, Terry Pratchett is really, really hard to find at thrift stores. I don't know if you guys have ever tried, but his books are really hard to find. And this does have witches in the title, and I tend to not enjoy if the content has too much witch stuff in it. But being that it's Terry Pratchett and I do like his writing, I'm hoping that I enjoy this one. Even just flipping through it, it does kind of look like it's a middle grade. I don't know if it is or not, but I am curious to try more Terry Pratchett, so we will see how that one goes. Then I found another poetry book. I love children's poetry, and especially these that have illustrations. Little illustrations, and they are fairly like short, and they seem like they might have some rhythm to them. Those are the kinds of poetry that I prefer, so I'm really excited to have this vintage copy. Then I found The Mystery of Old Abe. There are reasons why I picked this one up, and if you know me personally, you'll know why. But yeah, apparently this one is a European classic. It is a middle grade, and I'm excited to read it. Then I found Treasure Hunters, Danger Down the Nile. So this one didn't appeal to me. This kind of cover design, I don't know, it just doesn't appeal to me. But then I saw James Patterson and Chris Grabenstein. Now, James Patterson wrote the Kid Lawyer series, which is his middle grade series, which I really enjoyed. And Chris Grabenstein wrote the Mr. Limoncello series, which I also really love. So I was like, okay, two authors that I enjoy their middle grade, we're gonna give this a try. So this is actually, oh, I just noticed, it's book 2. So I'm gonna have to find book 1 somewhere, I guess. This one I picked up largely because of the cover design. This illustration's adorable. Lions and Liars by Kate Beasley. Oh, illustrations, there's illustrations in here. Ah, yes. So yeah, the cover. This illustration is just so adorable. I wish I could illustrate like that. I've got another one, the Ravenstorm Island. I think this is the Lost Children series, maybe, by Gillian Phillip. And I don't really know anything about this book other than it's middle grade, and it looks like it might have some spooky adventure vibes. I've got Bob, and of course, beautiful illustration, sucked me right in. I think I have heard about this book. It's hard because there is that other book that has Bob in the title. The One and Only Ivan and The One and Only Bob, I think is what those titles are called. But this is a different book called Bob. Anyway, the cover looks way too cute. I couldn't leave it. And then, Between Two Ends. This is technically a free uncorrected proof, so that would be like an ARC copy, right? But I don't know what the logistics are of that or the legalities are of that, but like the thrift store was selling this. Between Two Ends, I don't know, it looks like an adventure middle grade. I'm here for it. Can Yeats escape from the Arabian Nights? Ooh. Also in that vlog, I hauled all of these Road to Avonlea books. I have books 1 to 10 and I thought that was the whole series. Clearly there's a lot more. So this is book 12, 16, 18, 19, 22, 23, 24, 26. So I am missing a few in there to make it complete, but that's a pretty good chunk of the series. Then I found this really cute. I just love when these vintage editions are kind of in rough shape. I don't know why, it adds to the charm, but this one is really beat up. Like the pages are ripped and everything. So The Littlest One, His Book. The Littlest One, His Book by Marion St. John Webb. And it's so old. I absolutely love it, and it's just poetry with little illustrations to go along with it. I absolutely love this. Let's see what year. Well, there's an inscription here. Keith, from Auntie Freddie, 1930. So if it was gifted in 1930, then it was published before that. This might be one of the oldest books I have, actually. Huh. I can't find a year on it. I don't know if you guys know where to find a year on these really old books where it's not in the front, like usual. Anyway, really excited to have that. I've got a whole bunch of mass market paperbacks. This one, I don't know if you'd call it that because it's so thick, but it's With the Word, a chapter-by-chapter Bible handbook by Warren W. Wiersbe. I thought this would be so awesome to have while you're reading the Bible, because it's chapter by chapter literally, and it's almost verse by verse, like Psalm 119, 41 to 48, and it talks about it here. I think this is going to be so beneficial to have nearby while reading the Bible. I don't know. I think it's great, so I'm excited to have that. I found Zia by Scott Odell. Scott Odell wrote Island of the Blue Dolphins, which I read as a kid and I still enjoy. Then I found The Princess and Curdie by George MacDonald. You guys. Ugh. I have The Princess and the Goblin in this exact edition. Now I have the second one. I'm so excited. Isn't this phenomenal? Like, what are the chances that I would find both? And they almost look like they're the same amount of like sun fade and everything on them. I kind of wonder if they're maybe owned by the same person. But anyway, so thrilled to have the second book to this duology because the first one's my favorite. I got another Agatha Christie, They Came to Baghdad. I love to collect those old vintage edition Agatha Christie's. I found this really old edition of Alice's Adventures Underground and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I've never heard of Alice's Adventures Underground, unless that was just the original working title, or is there two different stories? I don't know, but this is, oh my goodness. I never even noticed this, you guys. Okay, so Alice's Adventures Underground is all in Lewis Carroll's handwriting. Whoa. Whoa, I totally didn't even notice that. Oh my goodness. That's so much extra cool. I don't even know the words. That's cool. Then I found the book of the Dun Cow by Walter Wangerin Jr. I've been trying to read a book by Walter Wangerin Jr. for years, and I have heard of this book, but I've never read it. So, A Mighty Fantasy Adventure, the best book of the year. Walter Wangerin Jr. is a Christian, so I'm curious about his books. Ooh, another childhood poetry book by Edgar A. Guest. So again, these short, I don't know, they seem like they would have rhythm. And like I said, those are my favorite kind. So that's cute. And then the last one I have for mass market paperback is The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky. And of course, this is influenced by the beautiful Tiffany at Beautiful Minutia. Go check out her channel. Yeah, I don't know when I'll get to this, but when I do, I have a vintage edition of it. Now, I saved the best for last. I got a surprise gift in the mail. I was not expecting it. It was just one of those unexpected blessings, and it just warmed me up and it showed me love, and I really appreciate it. So my beautiful friend Bethany sent me Heinz Feet on High Places, the illustrated edition. So let's see. Oh, so it's like the painterly style, which is gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited to read this. I mean, I read it for the first time this year, and it is one of my favorites, if not my favorite of the year, and I can't wait to reread it. So thank you so much, Bethany. This means so much to me. You have no idea what a blessing this gift was for me in the mail. I love it, and I love you, and I appreciate you, and yeah, I'm just so excited to have that, and it is one of my favorites, so it will definitely go on my favorite shelf. So this is my accumulation for, oh wait, I forgot to just let you guys know, this wasn't from the thrift store, but it was at one of those Costco, they sell stuff that Costco can't sell or is returning or whatever, and I got this for like half price, Costco price, whatever. That's crazy. So this is The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, all these little mini hardbacks in this box. How cool. It's gonna go on my Tolkien shelf. You know it. Anyway, this is my haul and my, I guess, reward for making 3 months on my book buying ban. I'm very happy to say that I could do it, and I will be able to do it again in future now, and not be so scared of it. So yeah, let me know if any of these appealed to you, if you've read any of them, if you have anything to say about any of them, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have heard or what you think about these books. And I will see you in the next video. We'll see what next week holds. Got some ideas. So yeah, thank you for being here with me. I love hanging out with you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!